The search goes on for people who were involved, who have been identified as being involved in the recent riots. I think 22 people are now being searched for in Northern Ireland. The Chief Constable, Davy Beck, has said we're releasing six images of individuals with whom we'd like to speak in connection with our ongoing investigation into a number of incidents of disorder and attacks on police officers since Saturday, the 3rd of August. Over the course of a number of days, there were a number of people who were intent on causing incidents of disorder and attacking property, the public and police officers. You know, people in the police are trawling through the imagery frame by frame, using AI to help, and it's in everybody's interests, really, as well as the interest of justice, that people are identified and are brought to justice and are exposed as being involved in this nonsense. Because it is nonsense. And it doesn't, and the secondary question is who incited this? That is a secondary question. And ultimately, those people who were involved in the inciting need to stand up and take responsibility, whether that is that they hand themselves in for trial and judgment or whatever. The other day, some of the people who were arrested, they pleaded guilty. Does that mean there's no trial? No, it means there's a trial. It just doesn't last very long. There's a trial and a judgment. The whole process of going before a court is a trial. If you plead guilty, that trial doesn't last very long, but it is still a trial. And I think there is another way that some of these people who have incited the violence can help. They can speak to their followers and make it clear that this is not the way to behave. And this is certainly the sort of language I would like to hear from Farage when he returns from his stint in Hong Kong or wherever he's gone off to. The other day he was on the radio, and one of the hosts said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I don't want to keep you. I know you've got a train to catch." A train? I can't go anywhere on a train. It's not safe. He has to go by carriage or by limousine or whatever, armed guard. Well, there comes a point where Mr. Farage needs to put the people first before himself. And he's an elected politician. And I would hate to be in his constituency with a problem that needed the help of the constituency MP to resolve it. How could I be sure that unless I were a right-wing agitator, I could even get his attention? He has been elected to answer letters, to stand up for the people of Clacton-upon-Sea. And if he can't do that, then he should resign. If all he's going to do is go on jaunts to Hong Kong or America to play poodle to Donald Trump, then he shouldn't be an elected MP because he's not doing his job. And as for a holiday at this moment, a summer holiday, it's outrageous. There is no reason for parliamentarians, particularly ones who have not sat in Parliament before, to be having a summer holiday after just being elected. You get a summer holiday when you've earned it. And these people have not yet earned the right to a summer holiday, particularly when there are so many people in the country who are working very hard and cannot afford a summer holiday because of the damage done by stupid politicians. First, of course, is Liz Truss. Well, thankfully, she has got the opportunity for a summer holiday. She doesn't seem to be taking it. She seems to be running around the country and particularly hanging around Edinburgh looking for an audience. Those days are over, Liz Truss, I think. I think she has to get used to the fact that anonymity is something that she must grapple with. Being overlooked on the racecourse will not be a one-off thing. It will be routine. And she should spend that time, the remainder of her time, doing charity work and making up for the damage that she has caused. The same could be said, I would suggest, for Suella Braverman. If she wishes to leave the Conservative Party, great. Then she should also abandon her constituency, have a by-election, stand down, and do some charity work and do some good, and make up for the extraordinary damage that she has caused our society. It is time for people to, in political life, to look to the example of John Profumo and to recognise that there is an option. They should knuckle down in silence and make up for the problems that they have caused, because that is their responsibility. They were elected to public office. They failed because they were more interested in their own advancement, but their motivation is neither here nor there. They have failed, and they now need to make amends. And the best way for them to make amends is to make use of those skills that they learnt in political life and commit themselves to charitable work and to embracing the anonymity which is imposed on them anyway.